Yo, real quickly before we get into the video, please excuse that my voice sounds scratchy as I am a bit sick. After watching back the newest Tears of the Kingdom trailer a few times, along with some theory and analysis videos, I've noticed a few small but somewhat significant details that seem to point towards the Hebra Wind Storm as being a dungeon. Hear me out. First of all, if we assume that this area with the flying ships is the Windstorm, then we also know that the Windstorm has a boss, which of course would be this handsome fella right here. We know that this boss is at least in the same area as the airboats, since we see Tablet-san following Link on the airboats and also in the boss fight. And of course, you know, the boss just looks like it's in the same area. Okay, so now that we've established that the boss probably belongs to the Windstorm, we now have to establish that the boss isn't just an overworld event like Corrupted Naja, but actually belongs to a dungeon. This is where it gets a bit more complicated, so stick with me. So we know that we're probably collecting what we're calling tiers throughout Tears of the Kingdom, but also because there are several shots in this trailer where this game's equivalent of the champions are with a tier in one shot and without a tier in the next, which again implies that we will be collecting the tiers. Compare these two shots of Sidon, for instance. Or, more appropriately, how about these two shots of Tablet-san? Now, let's consider these three things. One, that Tablet-san is following Link throughout the Hebra Wind Storm through what appear to be some platforming puzzles. 2, Tablet-san doesn't have a tier while following Link throughout the Windstorm. And 3, that Tablet-san fights a boss with Link in the Windstorm. I think that it's not too far-fetched to assume that Tablet-san will get his tier from this Windstorm. This has got to be a dungeon. Oh yeah, and if we piggyback off this theory, that means that this area here is also probably a dungeon, since A, Sidon doesn't have his tier yet in this shot, B, he's following Link, and C, Zoro's domain appears to be polluted, and the thing spitting out goop in the background might be the source. Which, of course, strikes me as a problem for the Zoro to solve, kinda like how the Windstorm strikes me as a problem to solve for the Rito. Well, that's it. I think this is a pretty solid theory. Let me know what you guys think. Please subscribe.